Hello everyone, and welcome back to Let's Play Kingdom Come Deliverance in hardcore mode. I'm your host, Cause Fade. It's episode 8. In the previous episode, Henry rode out with Captain Bernard to investigate an attack on the stud farm at Neuhof. After tracking down a man named Ginger, Henry learned that one of the bandits involved walks with a limp and lives in the town of Ujits. And off goes Ginger, back to the stud farm. We need to go tell Captain Bernard what happened, but first, there's a lockpick for us. A little locked box. Right there's the sweet spot. Oh, come now. That gets us a new level of stealth. Nothing too interesting in here. A bunch of hides. Don't really care. So we will head back to see Captain Bernard. See how much trouble we can get into along the way. It's a long way back. And there's a fair chance of running into some bandits on the way. The question here becomes, where is Bernard going to be at? He's still at the stud farm.
Yeah. I'll be with you.
I talked to Ginger and found out what happened.
Out with it then.
Ginger fled because he recognized one of the raiders. He was afraid they'd come back to silence him.
Well, he was right. They were asking about him. So who did he recognize?
He didn't know his name. Some fellow with a limp from Ujits.
All right. Since you've gone this far, you may as well ask around in Ujits. We've enough to do here in these parts anyway. So Radzik will tell you about it. He said to send you to him if you haven't already been. May the Lord watch over you.
I have not already been. So we'll talk to Sir Radzik.
Greetings. What do you need?
My lord, I managed to find a clue to the whereabouts of the bandits.
Excellent. Bernard already told me what's been happening, but I'd like to hear it straight from the horse's mouth.
The whole story, or just the gist of it, sir?
It's up to you what you consider important.
Well, in the end, I tracked down the stable boy who fled in fear of his life. And for good reason, too. He put me on the trail of a crofter from Ujits with a limp.
And his name?
The boy didn't know him by name, only by sight. But if I ask around, I'm sure folk will know who limps and keeps peculiar company. Villagers like to gossip.
But what if he's not there? He could have fled, maybe even to Kuttenberg.
If I don't find him in Ujits, I'll ask around. Someone will know something about him.
All right. Better go to Ujits then. Find this limping footpad and get the names of the others out of him. They have to face justice for what they did. I want to see them hang. Then bring him to me in Mehoyed and I'll decide on his fate.
Certainly, sir. Why choose Mehoyed?
It's somewhat at the centre of events, isn't it? And what's more, there's another stud farm there.
Sir, do you think they're going to try the same thing again?
I shouldn't think so. Everyone will be on the alert now, but the secluded dwellings are more vulnerable. There are few people in them. They're scattered everywhere and we can't guard them all.
But the bandits won't find much silver in places like that.
There's always a groschen or two, some food and so on. Anyway, how much silver did they get from slaughtering those horses?
True. If they'd stolen them, they could have sold them. Those were fine animals.
Exactly. It's not about the silver. It's about something else.
But what?
Creating fear. Such great terror that you won't even squeak when they come to cut your throat. Never mind raise your hand against them. Fear that will root you to the spot, staring like a rabbit entranced by a stoat, waiting for the death blow to fall. Helpless to do anything about it.
So off we go. It's fun that he mentions if they would have stolen the horses, they could have sold them. And you can actually do that in the sequel. And it's a fairly decent way to make some coin, especially early in the game. So Radzig's going to head home, but he's going to be blocked by the physics of the other horses first. And is that Bernard? Is he just walking? Is he not taking his horse? It is him. Okay. He's headed home. We still have to deal with those bandits down here. They've had a little time. Maybe the camp leader is back. You know what? That sounds like a plan. I like that idea. Let's go back to town via this way. And along the river, we can look for certain kinds of ingredients. We need thistle, herb paris, belladonna, nettle, fly agaric, wormwood we need for the bane potion. Okay. I like this plan. We're nearing this encampment again. Here's the little bridge that'll get us across to it. Let's see if anybody's home. Always picking flowers before making an entrance. Oh, there we go. Okay. That's great. They're back. Unless, oh, there we go.
Raise the alarm! Watch out!
Oh, you want to shoot me?
Hey! All of you, gather here! Raise the alarm! Raise the alarm!
Okay, where is he?
Who's there? Who's there? What's that?
How many of his friends did he bring with him? Oh, there we go. Nailed him. Is it just him by himself? Oh, it's another guy too. Okay. Is he gonna crumple because of the poison? Oh, he ran. Did we not get him? Oh, son of a gun. Where's he going? He ran through here. Where'd he go? Just disappeared into the night? No. There goes one of them. Get over here.
Yeah! Yeah!
Oh, he's running back that way. He turned around.
Nice!
Oh, we got him. Okay, where's his friend? He's on the road. His friend was in the creek. Where is that guy? I don't see him. That's okay. If we got one of them down, I'm looking for a body in case it was the guy who got poisoned. I know we hit one of them with a poison arrow. Well, what's this guy got on him? Hair meat. Marigold. Padded black coif, but we have a bunch of these. Still, for £3 for 100 groschen, it's worth it. Well, we know one is down. We don't know about the rest, so we have to head back. This must be a wayfarer. Oh my goodness, he's going to wander in right next to this bandit camp.
Well, I never.
Oh no,
The
it's a
pig
bandit.
turns up willingly for the slaughter. Curse it!
Oh, he was the camp leader. He was out here in his jammies. Oh, geez.
Hey,
Oh, no.
what's going on there?
There's two of them. Oh, one of them's running, though. Where's my weapons?
Who's there? Hey,
Oh, my gosh, he's running, too. Run, you coward. Dang it. Okay, we know what that means, though. They're going to come back. There's his spurs. And then let's head into camp and kind of wait for them to come back. So if you're wondering if the cave loot replenishes. Oh my god, where is he going? The cave loot does not replenish. Where'd this guy go? Where are they running to? There he goes. You scallywag? Where's your friend? No bandits in Sir Radzig's kingdom. Actually, it's Sir Hanish's. Some groschen, hunter's gloves. Alright, we know there's one other guy. But hopefully he's going to find his way back to the camp real soon. These guys are funny because Henry's so low level and he's not much of a threat yet, but they're scared enough
What's going on there?
Yeah, here we go. Yeah. You guys are afraid. Where's it going? Running through the woods that way? Oh man, I'm gonna catch you. And down he goes. That's the way we like our bandits. Dead. He's got bread on him. How nice. Well, that was productive. Bernard will give us some bounty money for that tomorrow. And hopefully teach us the Master Strike. The most difficult thing to deal with in the early game, and this is true for the normal mode as well as hardcore mode, is really just repairing items. The price of it is very expensive. So what you spend a lot of time doing is just replacing instead of repairing anything. You want to fight bandits and use them to use their gear, as shoddy as it is after you beat them up, to repair the gear that you currently are wearing. I mean, not repair it, but replace it. But then you come to those pieces of gear where you know you want it to be part of your final ensemble. And you really just need to take those things and stuff them in your trunk until later when you can actually afford to repair them. And of course, the aggravation is finding something you know you want in your final ensemble and having it be too damaged to repair.
Hey, lad! Don't you want a little wager on the
He's
racket?
always asking us about our wager. For now, that's what we're going to do, is drop a bunch of stuff off from our horse and crash. And it's still raining. Not a big deal though. This is the perfect kind of day to go do a lot of potions, make a lot of potions in the apothecary, at the alchemy workbench, and of course, to see Captain Bernard. Whenever I arrive in town and I find myself too early for the shops, it's time for a little alchemy. There's a potion here that I have not made. It requires wormwood and sage. Let's see if we can make this thing. It's the Artemisia potion. Requires spirits to make. You need sage. And then 2 wormwoods. This will give you +5 warfare and strength for 10 minutes. Not sure I've ever even used this potion. Two turns on that. Grind the wormwood. You can sit there and try to time those extra clicks, but you want to press the button right as your hand is getting to the top so it'll pull it again and not take the hand off the rope, but it just doesn't always work. This thing gets done boiling. You can probably get away with 3 pulls on that second part instead of 4. See if that works. You brewed Artemisia potion, and we should be able to see how many of those we now have. And we got 3 out of that, so that's the correct way to brew it. You know you're brewing it correctly if you get the full 3 out of it. So I'm going to sit here and make a lot of potions. We have a lot of different potions to make, and then we'll go see the shopkeepers. So you can, in fact, get away with 3 pulls instead of 4 on the second stage of Artemisia. It's spirits and sage and 2 pulls. Grind your wormwood, 3 pulls. It's kind of the opposite of the snops. Oh my goodness. We have worn this poor sword out. 65 on the durability. That gives us nearly 100 on that. Okay, we're good. Let's go sell some armor. This boy actually has a piece of armor that we really want from him later on when we can afford it. And it's this thing right here. You also want, these chasses are pretty good too, but this thing is what you really want. Its visual conspicuousness is so low and it's got really high charisma. It's a really nice piece of gear. Anyway. Just going to sell some stuff. So we want to move enough things to our horse to be lighter, but you notice our charisma is at 7. If we move a few more flowers over to us, like the chamomile, we should be able to get a bonus. And now it's at +9. And that's because of the flower power that we get from alchemy or herbalism right there. If you've got enough fragrant herbs in your inventory, you get a +2 charisma bonus. It reminds me, we need to address a lot of these skills here. Let's see. So for sword, what you're going to get is a bunch of different kinds of attacks, either for the hunting swords or the long sword. So this is for short swords, hunting swords, and saber. You'll get all these kind of these are chain attacks. And if you can pull off the chain attack, that last hit is going to do a lot of damage. And as I was saying in a prior episode, pulling off a chain attack partially is about you knowing how to execute it. You need to be pressing the attack button when the prior attack actually hits the target. But the other big thing is Henry's skills just have to be good enough for him to pull it off. If his opponent has better strength, better swordsmanship, better warfare skills, it's going to be really hard, and better defense. It's going to be really hard for Henry to pull off chain attacks no matter how well you execute them as the player. So the first longsword one we get is a slash left, a slash down, and then a stab. So we'll grab that. Warfare. You have a greater chance of drawing your opponent's blood, or the more damage your sword, the greater your chance of poisoning your opponent. And this is the better part, even without poison applied to your weapon. But if you do have poison on a damaged weapon, the chances of administering it are increased by half. That's significant. The problem is I usually don't allow my weapons to get that damaged, so I prefer to take Bloodletter first. For defense, firm grip. Blocking strikes will cost an opponent 15% more stamina. We want that. We want them to get tired and run out of stamina so that we can then pull off attacks or chain attacks. Because the alternate is Weapon Cruncher. If you beat your opponent in a clinch, you'll damage his weapon 15% more. I don't really care about that. It's nice to have later on, but I'd rather have the other option first. Cured and cooked food in your inventory will spoil 20% more slowly. I like that. Venomous blade. Poison applied to a weapon will remain on the blade longer. Food is easy to handle, so I prefer to get Venomous blade. Trial and error. When brewing, you can make one extra mistake without affecting the result. Totally don't need that perk because you're going to know how to follow the formulas. Healing potions will heal you 50% more, but you will also intoxicate yourself. The stronger the healing effect, the drunker it will make you. Don't care about that. We're going to grab Venomous blade because I use poisons a lot. Horsemanship. Your horse can carry more, but it's slower. Can't be combined with the racehorse perk. That's what we always want because we want more carry weight because we want to be able to take more stuff back to town and sell it. Now, Tanner, you're actually going to need for a quest later. You're able to skin dead animals. We're going to take that one, and then we're going to leave this other point up here in case there's a quest that I can't remember that we need it for. Back to stats. For strength, you want to get Mule 2. Right away, it's going to allow you to carry another 20 pounds. Blocking an opponent's strikes with your shield, we don't care about that. Clinch Master, 40% higher chance of overpowering your opponent in a clinch. That's pretty good, but it's not the best thing in the world. You can deplete an opponent's health and stamina by bumping into him at a sprint. I've never really been able to make that work so much. You have a 10% greater chance of knocking out an opponent with a blow to the head, which is good. In Heavy Swing, your attacks cause greater damage, but cost you 10% more stamina. Applies only to weapons that require strength to wield, which we are always using, so that's why we want that one. We're always using strength-based longswords. Agility. We can already dodge, so you can add featherweight. Falling will cause you 30% less injury. We don't care about that, so we will save our agility point for later. Light armor is nice. If you're not wearing plate armor, it will be 50% easier for you to dodge strikes in combat. This is for when we take off our armor to go sneaking around and we get caught, or we end up sneaking around in a camp and enemies wake up and start coming after us. If we're getting one person by itself, this is really advantageous. Perfect throw. You have a better chance of throwing winning die. A successful evasion during your combat will lower your opponent's morale. That's a fun one, and you can evade very well. I like having taunt. That's actually cool. For vitality, you can dispel hunger with anything. You won't suffer from eating poison or spoiled food, but neither will you have any of the positive effects from it. Balanced diet. If you don't overeat or go hungry for 5 consecutive days, you get a +1 bonus to vitality and agility. This is really easy to pull off. You're slower, but keep up for longer. Your sprint speed is 20% slower, but demands 20% less stamina, or you can sprint 20% faster. I'd rather have balanced diet. It's really easy to pull that off and keep it going. And then your trader losing patience, we don't care so much about that. Highborn, increase your speech level by +3 when talking to nobles and wealthy people. Can't be combined with the lowborn perk. Perfectly fine. So there we go. Now, we have one more trader to stop over here and see. Because we have some chalices and things that we can sell.
Here's your change. Thanks. God be with you. Farewell.
So we're at 3.7k, which is great. That means when we want to start repairing items of armor and clothing that we find that we really want to keep for permanent for all time, we'll be able to do that. 3.7k before we even learn Master Strike. I'm okay with that. Well, Bernard, let's see what you've got for us.
I have some, trophies.
Let's see. Good. Good. That's how to treat the bastards.
I've taken care of the camp.
Where's the proof?
Here it is.
Good work. I've had another report. Some folk were ambushed to the west of Retail, on the hill across the river from the gallows. It would be worthwhile to check it out.
Very well, I'll take a look.
Here we go. Master Strikes.
I think I've mastered the basics of combat. Could you teach me something a bit more advanced?
I see. And what weapon are you such a master at?
I'm pretty good with a sword.
You're a bit cocky, ain't you? All right then, let's see what you can do. If you're as good as you think you are, I'll teach you some Master Strikes.
I'm ready.
Stand there, take your weapon, and fight. If you look like you know what you're doing, I'll teach you a trick or two. Enough. That will do. That wasn't at all bad. All right, it seems you're ready for the next lesson. Now, pay close attention. I'll teach you the most important thing. It's good to be able to attack. It's good to be able to fend off your opponent's blows. But the best is when you're able to do both at once. A master stroke is when you parry your opponent's blow and strike him at the same time. Attack me, and I'll show you how it's done. See? I parry and strike in one move. There's no defense against this technique if it's executed well. The thing is to time it right. Block right into your opponent's strike and match your movement to his. One elegant technique and the fight is won. Try it. I'll attack slowly. You parry. No!
Ow. Ow.
Ah, that's it! Very good!
The thrust parry is always funny because they switch sides.
All right!
And that's it. We know perfect parry. Master Strike. It's funny, the objective is perfect block, but it's really the Master Strike. Okay, what time of day is it? It's not even noon. I have a whole bunch of alchemy ingredients. So I think the best thing to do is go make a whole bunch of potions. And then where is his other group of bandits? Oh, they're up here. There's the bandits that we did not kill before over here by the crazy nightingale camping. Yeah, we could go get those. We could go do that at night. Oh, that would be even more fun. That would help us with sneak. Okay. I like this plan. This is what I love about these kinds of games when fast travel is turned off and you have to make a plan and execute it. And we spoke earlier at the very first episode, I think, or maybe the second episode when it would have been the third episode. That's when we finally get to Rete. Is that there is a stealth skill book here, very in this pit kind of area in the camp. And when we go to thieve that, it's going to put a bounty on us for a couple of days. It's going to make us a question on site person for the guards. They're going to want to take us and put us in jail or make us pay a fine. So what we would like to do is filch that book and then not be in Rete for a while. And since we have to go to Uzich, which is way up here, that would be a good thing for us to do tonight. So what we would like to do is go make a bunch of potions, then go to the mill and get a little wink, a little shut-eye to save the game. And then we'll come out here at night. We'll grab this book. Then we'll take off and deal with these raiders, these bandits, and then we'll head to Uzich. And by the time we get all the way done with Uzich, our bounty should be gone. So I like that plan a lot. We're going to head into town, or we're going to make some potions. Potions are done. We made a boatload of potions. We have some night eyes and some padfoots and things that will be useful to us. So we're going to take a little nap until it gets pitch black, and then we're going to head up the hill and try to steal that book. Oh, and we wandered. Once again, we are over where the sheep are. Oh, that's funny. We like this hill. We're overloaded. Yeah, because we lost stats. Oh, that's a bummer. I forgot about that. We're going to lose stats for a couple hours. That creates a problem. Could wait around for a couple hours and then steal the book. Just to make sure our stats are high enough. What are we looking at here? Oh, there's an extra one for the sword. Oh, we're saving that there. Oh no, we earned enough for another sword one? Okay. Short sword, hunting sword, saber, I don't really worry about. Double stab, that's 4, which is really hard to pull off. The scar maker, lower left, poke. Grab that one. What else do we have? Alchemy, we earned some points because we were busy making all these potions. Snake oil salesman. Potions you brew yourself have a 20% higher selling price. I never sell them. You can make an extra mistake. Healing potions, salt and smoke. We'll grab this. Cured or cooked food will last a little longer. Just makes having to deal with food a little bit less annoying. Drinking habit. Under the influence of alcohol, your hand will shake 25% less and your bow skill is higher by +2. But when sober, your hand will shake 25% more. We don't want that because that's the drawback that I don't want. I would take it if not for that. And then there's beer, 50% weaker, so you can drink twice as much. I don't really care about that. It does make me think about something I've never thought about, though. Is savory schnapps a beer or a wine? Is it classified as? It's just alcohol. Okay. What else do we have? Stats. We got our main level. Oh, Savage. This is the one I love to get. You have a +1 bonus to strength, agility, vitality, and speech in the wilds. Can't be combined with the burger perk, which gives you +2 strength bonus and -1 charisma and speech. You favor brute strength to a play. Yeah, so I don't care about that. I want Savage in the wilds. We want that. First aid bandages are 25% more effective, and you can apply your healing skill in dialogues. Renegade brand, penalties from jail, we don't care about. Beds are inverted. Night Rider, stamina will regenerate, but it's a 10% slower during the day. I don't really want that. We'll grab the... Nah, we'll save a point here for something later. Same thing that we're doing with agility. So, yeah, this is a conundrum here. Because the time of day is, it's midnight. We'd have to wait till 2 in the morning. There's a bench over here. So in order to ensure our best chance of success, we're going to sit here for a couple hours. We are going to prep. And the way we're going to prep is by having our horse ready to go. Perfect. Now, let's get anything off of us that makes noise. Oh, that black hood is. All right. Now we're going to pad foot it. And we should probably Nighthawk. Now, one thing we can do, if we want to make sure that the person down here is not going to hear us, is we can knock this guy out. Pikmin. We actually need to talk to him later. That way he won't wake up right next to us. He is for a very important quest. And we just want this book. Where is it? Oh, we'll take the Saber Schnapps, though. Shadow play. Okay, that's everybody's clothes. Hopefully Pikmin isn't so mad with us that we can't use him for the quest later on. It's part of a quest for the Sword of Sheba. Alright, Pebbles. Get us out of here. Let's get all our clothes back on. Alright, we still have a couple hours before sunrise. Going and killing those bandits right now would be great. Certainly before the sun comes all the way up. We made a bunch of poison, so we should have a pretty good shot at it. The woodcutters look like they're getting up bright and early. And the rain has started falling, which is going to make visibility low. Uh-oh.
Hey, you bastard! What are you doing creeping around here?
Oh, no. Get up.
Your end is nigh. What's the matter? Come on! Is that all you got? You call that combat? I'll slot. Yeah. You'll get one for it. Yeah. Is that the best you can do? Oh dear, did that hurt? Bring it on! Fuck! You going to cry? I'm gonna enjoy it. Go ahead and gather your strength. You'll need it. What's the matter?
Oh my god. Okay. Was not expecting that to happen. Oh my goodness. Well then, let's see what they have. We need to heal ourselves with a marigold deduction. That's when it's nice to have a better horse. Foot wraps and soles, those are in good condition. We're gonna grab those. We need those foot wraps. Where are they at? Right there. Oh geez, all of this stuff is so destroyed that it's not worth hanging on to. Okay, this is completely destroyed. Well, off you go. Let's hope we can pick something up from the bandits we're gonna go after. Old boots, also in good condition. We'll take those with us. There is a big encampment that you can see from here. Oh, that's awesome that you can actually see it from here. And I can see their little camp from over here. Let's not be stupid. Get rid of that. Arrows. Okay. One of the things that can make this game very difficult is that periodically it will crash. This is less of a problem in normal mode when there's a bunch of autosaves, but when you're in hardcore mode, it does create a bit of a problem, which is why I like to make so many savior schnapps and use them liberally. And I'm glad we used one right there before we attacked this camp, because we attacked the camp, we were quite successful with it, and as we were leaving, the game decided to Karashola. Oh, is this a guy standing up here? Looks like a guy with a shield. Yeah. Okay, he's down. What's he got for loot? Bandit ear and a better hunting arrow. Groschen. Hunter's gloves for 115, 112 for that. Ornament stuff, piercing arrow. Great. He's got working boots. Alright. They usually have one sentry here, and then everybody else is sleeping. And they're pretty easy to shoot in their sleeping position from this other angle, so we're going to head over here. Uh-oh, potions are wearing off. Let's get ourselves another Nighthawk. We probably won't need the Padfoot one. Oh, that Nighthawk is... I love it how it's very bright when you first drink the potion, and then it gradually gets darker and darker and darker. We don't have the stealth ability to kill somebody. We can knock them out, but we're not as concerned about that. I actually want to shoot this jerk over here.
To arms! Get over here!
Now remember, it's really dark. It's going to be hard for them to see us if we just... And there's a really cool perk you can get later on that if you're completely still, it gives you plus 30% to concealment. These guys are running around looking for you.
Over here. Where is everyone? Quick!
Uh-oh. The sun's coming up.
All
Oh,
of you, gather here. Raise the alarm.
I can hear him over there. I can see him. They're probably both standing over there. The guy in black is the leader. And I don't mind sword fighting one of them. I just don't want to have to sword fight two of them at the same time. That was brilliant.
What's going on there? Who's there? You're in the wrong place at the wrong time.
How did that miss his face?
Well landed.
Down you go, buddy. I love it how the blood starts showing up on their uniforms. Oh, and he's done. Great. Well, that went easier than the first time. The first time was still pretty easy, though. The problem was the crash afterwards. Still showing me the golden... Okay, there we go. Golden crossed sword. So he's got spurs, that kettle hat, which is worth 191. Mail chaucer. Those are almost 1k. That's great. Anything that's over 100 is what we start taking, except for something like this that's really damaged and really heavy. Hair meat we'll take. It's got nothing really expensive on him. This old boy over here died right there. It's got some groshens, some more hair meat. Poison arrow that I get back. Red deer venison, a shard. Small blacksmith's kit. Alright, we're going to cook our hair meat. And this is how you know that you've cleared out the camp, because anybody who might have ran off from being afraid is going to show up while you're cooking food. Bandit ear. Alright. And now we got this. We might be able to pull this off. Oop. There we go. And them's be the goods. Okay. Old boots. We'll wear those. What were we wearing? Foot wraps and soles. Okay, those are our backups. On the horse, and then, because I don't want to go through this yet again, we're going to save it right there. And now we'll try to get out of here. So we just have to make our way to Uzich now, and Uzich. And the best way to do that from here, from this location, is to take this road out and go through here. Probably. You can go up this way. Actually, that's probably what we should do. Well, you can get there from Ledechko too. You might want to go to Ledechko. Let's head out that way and hit that town. There's a blacksmith there. And we can sell all of our loot to him and lighten our load on our horse. Okay, this is a problem. It's ambush, is what that means. They dropped that log across the road, but I don't see them. Is it the guys from last night? Or is it a different group of people? You know what? We're not even going to bother with that. I'm not going to bother finding out. We're just going to head down to Ledechko. Oh my goodness, the Nighthawk. When the sun starts to come up. There's no way to cancel potions that I know of in this game or Kingdom Come Deliverance 2. So you just have to deal with it. So here is the town of Ledechko. Blacksmith there gave us a nice deal on some of our equipment, but he only had 400 groschen in total. This fella here will let you shoot an archery tournament, give you some archery practice. There's a tailor here. And a regular old garden variety trader. And the butcher. So from here you can kind of take two different paths through from Ledechka. You can go up here, wraps around, and that actually kind of heads up there in the direction we want to go. Or you can go up this way, cut across, and kind of get towards Talmberg and then go from there. And I kind of like this way a little better.
Yeah.
So we'll go this way. There are points in time in this game when it's just beautiful, and these little valleys and wooded areas are really neat. There should be an apothecary up there. You know what? I think there is. So I have an idea. You do have to be able to change your plans from time to time. The Samopesh Woods. And there she is. So this is her place. This is one of the woodland apothecaries, herbalist ladies. And she has an alchemy station. And I think what I would like to do is just sit down and make a bunch of potions between now and the next episode. We're going to head to Uzich. I don't know why that town is so hard for me to pronounce. That's where we're going. And I think she has a couple items that we're going to want to buy off her. Let's see before we end this.
God, you look like you've been assaulted.
I have been.
God bless.
She has black feathers and raven feathers. You want both of these. Just buy them now. You'll need them later. So inside her hut, she has an alchemy bench. Seems like the perfect thing for me to do is make a bunch of potions. We'll go to Uzich next episode, and we will have a very interesting encounter. I will see you all there. You know the drill, folks. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, leave your questions and comments down below. I'll see you next time. Until then, happy gaming, everyone.